focus on this. There's 12 of them, and 2 of them are pretty long, pretty intricate, like 2 hours long, an hour and a half to 2 hours long, with people that are in the new age. Not, I call it new age because I don't know what else to call it, but the new cutting edge kind of crypto. They're into the crypto world, but they're also into new thought and new communities and building a new world. It's really what they're into. So I wondered how to do this, but it's so huge, Paul. But this, yeah, so maybe I can just like, like say, if you're interested. And also,
where are they hosted right now?
Right now they're in her her website, under events, and there's a karmic delete series, and what it does, and this is an old energy healing, when people would talk and their frequency would just, you'd be in a room with them. This is how she was doing these early ones. You'd be in the room with them and their frequency, you could just feel it. You were like a different person,
Yeah.
as she was talking. Some people are like, they're so embodied that they have a different impact. They impact in that way. They're like a native plant, like ayahuasca.
Okay.
I mean, that's really how powerful I think she is with me. Now, I don't know if she would be that way with other people, but she changes my bodily structure. She changes it. And yesterday I was so on. Could I talk to you a little bit about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday, hold on. I'm still listening to this, but I'll turn it down because just her voice, like I said, is. Let's see. How do I turn it down? Oh, here's the keyboard. Oh, it's doing all kinds of things. Never mind. I guess it's just going to be what it is. But do you have a minute to talk just about yesterday? I just want to share with you because I hope I texted you afterwards, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't offend you or was rude to you, or
I didn't get your text. But...
Oh, well, I wanted to I texted you. Maybe I don't have the right text, but it shows that I've answered with you before, but it's like mysterious the way those things work. Anyway, yesterday I'm going through a lot of negative thoughts they're negative in the sense that they're disturbing to me, and that's what I would call negative, is that they disturb me because they feel ugly and impatient and angry, and all the things that you don't want to be with another human being, much less yourself. So I was feeling all of that yesterday, and I didn't quite know how to handle myself. So I was just awkward and didn't know how to just say, oh, that's what's happening to me. So I wanted to make sure that there was no rift or anything of anything to do with you, that it was not anything to do with you. It was me being very impatient with what I was feeling. So I just wanted to make sure. And then when I was going through this karmic delete one, if you don't look at any of them, the 1, 2, and 3, well, the first 6, they're very short, but it's her old way of being, and I like it. Now she's gotten to where she has a presence, in a world presence, instead of this intimate group presence that she used to have.
Well, I'm going in here now and I'm searching.
Go to events and just go to the karmic delete series.
Now I found it. I don't know why it wasn't showing up when I first did the search, but now I see them.
And I have somebody else that I want to share with you. I've shared with Marcia, but she's a Swede, and I'm guessing she's in her early 30s.
What I can do with this,
yeah,
and I look forward to hearing that, but what I'll do with these karmic deletes is that I will save them to because I have the Dragon Riders bucket on storage.
Okay.
So I'll just put them up there, and then I can share them directly into next month.
However you want to do it. But they are like right now. She's saying rebuild the body. That's what we're doing now. Is this? Uh, Rebuilding Your Body 3 was the last one. So we spent 3 weeks on rebuilding the body. And then it's all the karmic deletes, which is 12 of them, which is quite a chunk, a chunk of consciousness.
Okay, I've got them all. I've got them all queued up, so I will get them.
So what she says here, I think directly has something to do with it's like you're tuned in at a level. But just the first of the Rebuilding the Body, which came out yesterday afternoon for me. See through the I am. Fall in line with reversal and nature's timing for change. Flow into release rather than attempting to bring it about. Be more sensitive to the tides, rhythms, and movements as already experienced by your body. So, trusting in the power of nature to make change happen at precisely the right time, regardless of your wishes, efforts, and views, is essential for rebuilding your body. Transformation occurs when the new pathways have been constructed for them, which then receive material form. Before then, any amount of decision making will yield few sustained results and only momentary relief from the feelings of powerlessness that come from universal law and something greater than us being in control. The ability to surrender is all important, not vying for a certain outcome. And I just think that, and more specifically, this means releasing the self, the sense of self, or I am. Release that comes from the hooking on becomes possible because the interdimensional forces need, I don't have the rest of it. So anyway, it's all about letting go. So I just wanted to just share with you how in tune you were.
Thank you.
And I hope that and I also thought, why, I don't want it to always be up to you to carry what we're going to talk about. We should be stepping forward a little bit on that. Anyway, that's another thing to discuss, but it's just a thought. Like, that was part of my anger and like frustration. Is like, what's going on here? What do we, do you know what I'm saying? Am I communicating or am I being?
Yeah, for
Good,
sure.
okay,
I know
good.
for myself what occurred for me, because I could see that there was like, what are we doing here this call? And
Yeah,
my intention is to give the Dragon Riders the opportunity to contribute to their treasury. And I
yeah,
can tell you right now that the Ascended Masters, they are always looking for ways to shine that light in their communities. And we've got to practice that. I can tell you right now that most of the people that we are going to be interacting with over the next 2 to 5 years are not going to resonate with Oracle Girl, not because it's not good or
no,
that it wouldn't help them,
yeah,
but that we have to remember, like, look at the situation that Audrey was in 3-4 months ago, sitting down at the Next Gen Merchants real life hangout where we all actually met up in real life, and Ian said about her problems that she just needed to trust Jesus more. Well, that didn't land,
yeah, yeah,
right? And
yeah,
so I asked him some questions to get him to start sharing about, well, what does that mean? How do we translate this letting go into real world situations? And if the Dragon Riders don't want to do that, then they can just come on Sundays and bring governance. But that the Mondays and the Wednesdays are where that can occur. That's where those opportunities will rise. And it might have been, inopportune for me to lead with that, but I know that that's something that I'm dealing with right now. How do I take that next level of letting go? It's like there's patience, right? I'm learning patience with myself. But then there's like a deeper patience that needs to come because I still get hard on myself for having to practice patience. Like, what the hell? How long am I going to be in this journey? Right?
Well, and it's like a double-edged sword. It's pointed out because you get angry at the other people for not being receptive. Like Ian might get a little perturbed at Audrey Lynn because she doesn't let Jesus, take her burdens. And what does that mean? What does actually that means? Like, what does that mean when you well, and I know what people do. So I mean, it's like, what would Jesus do? And and I should be more like Jesus. And then they push down what isn't like Jesus because it's not okay. And I was kind of doing that yesterday. It was like pushing down my own anger, and I could have come up and said, I'm just impatient. Marsha's done it beautifully. I mean, she's said it, and Judy has done it too, as other people have done it. I am awkward at doing it. So I need to learn a little bit more patience with myself at how to just say where I'm at, and I'm not being receptive right now because of this is going on inside of me. Enough, and then that's just enough. I don't want to leave and just go, oh, I'll quit now.
Right.
But that's also part of what's happening now is that well, we all have tolerance levels. It's like, okay, we've come this far in the journey. I'm finished. Instead of facing what is going on, just to be finished with it. Oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm out of here.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So how do you deal with Ian, who you know you know who have I know you have a great respect for and hold in high esteem, and this is an area where if you can like titrate it a little bit, he could come out. He could have a little more tolerance here, speaking
I
somebody
kind of
else's language.
yeah, what I do is basically the same thing that I did with the Dragon Riders yesterday. But privately,
Yeah,
where I will ask clarifying questions. The other day you said this. I would like you to expand on that. And then he'll talk for 20 minutes gladly. He used to be a minister, for
yeah,
crying out loud. So he'll gladly talk about it and expand on the topic. And that I find helpful because now I'm giving him an opportunity to bring forward the principles instead of
yeah. Instead
just
of
platitudes.
I think that's a good way to frame it.
I can tell you right now that most of the people that we get to bump up against shoulders with in our communities, the language that Oracle Girl uses will seem like platitudes to them.
Yeah,
How do I
instead
apply that to this situation? I'm
of
sorry,
yeah,
right? And I think that that's our calling. And my interpretation of the Dragon Riders is that they see themselves capable of being those shining lights in their community. And the
I
great thing about doing it online is that if we make a mistake, we can delete it.
well, I wish I could delete what I did yesterday, but no, it is good because I feel like, first of all, there has to be this whole thing of who am I here? There's the priority of first I have to honor my own feelings. And if I'm embarrassed or ashamed of those, it's not going to come across well. So I need to or at least it behooves me if I want to communicate to really be able to translate those things. And you do really well with this. You preface what you say and kind of mediate, the ground. You clear the ground in front of you. And I think I don't do that well yet. I need to learn how to do that. Like I wrote an email talking about because what I wanted to do yesterday that I didn't want to admit to myself is I, I did this research and I wanted to like get it out there and get it over with,
Yeah,
but I didn't want to
yeah,
admit that to myself. I want to be And there's a truth. I want to be, I want to talk, I want the discussion to be what the group wants to discuss. But I
Right.
wanted it to at least, I would have liked to have been able to present it in a way like, hey, I did this, could we talk about this for a while? But I didn't even, it didn't occur to me to do that. So then I
Wow.
wrote an email, but I let the email sit all night and then I prefaced it and I don't even know how to present things anymore because professionally, because I haven't had the practice. To be honest, I just say whatever's on my mind, and
Hmm.
you know, I need. I think it's part of me is being lazy and self indulgent. So I mean, and okay, I can be those things, but it's not. And then I think, well, nobody will like me. Then I get scared. Nobody will. Isn't that silly? All these things that I'm
I know,
7
right?
or 8 years old. Come on. But anyway, there I am. So
Well, and
everybody's busy.
I look forward to seeing the update. I want to see, where did that research lead you, and what does it take? What's next? What's the next step out of that research?
Well, I tried to create more of a grounding to land on with the email. Whereas first I
Yeah.
was just throwing out the three things, and it's
Yeah.
like, okay, wait a minute. That's what I would just do. Just the first thing is just throw those emails. And then I started saying, "Oh, hello." That's like very basic. I'm very basic. I don't have the skills that you do. I want to develop those. Those are things that I need to reacquaint myself with. Anyway, enough said, and I'm glad that you you have a bigger picture of what went on yesterday than what I did. Yeah.
All good. Yeah. No, I didn't take any. I don't think anybody took offense to what happened. I wouldn't be worried about that.
Oh yeah, and that's what I said to myself too. Is that probably I'm making a big thing out of this, and it probably didn't show in the way that I felt it on the inside. But
Mm-hmm.
it's also, it just goes. It's what's clearing now. I'm trying not to look at the screen a lot because that's where the focus comes, and that's where
Yeah.
I.
Yeah.
So I should probably let you know what I'm doing, so it's that I'm not always like looking at you. And plus that fixed gaze is
Oh
what
yeah.
gets me in trouble, sleeping with sleep apnea. So I have to.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like do the. And one of the things I remember when I was really doing, when I was your age, and my eyes were starting to get a little dim, and I started having to wear glasses. I started doing the oh, it's the same thing that Audrey Lynn is using. It's the I have it still. Let me get it. I'll show it to you. Audrey Lynn may be interested. I wore the B glasses to work. Actually, I did it to
Oh
work.
yeah.
But here's
Oh
something
yeah.
you go outside and you go this back and forth so
Yeah.
that you get the thing of blinking. And
Mm.
blinking is what breaks that fixed thing. So it's like, and
Yes.
I remember that being very uh, people in Laguna Beach, we both walking around going like this, blinking all the time. But anyway, so I do this every once in a while, but it really helped. Now, do you think this would be funny on a call? Do you think people would? I don't think on our call they would. If I told them, okay, I'm going to be
I
doing
have.
this for a while. Do
Yeah,
you
I
have your
think my
glasses?
glasses are downstairs. I think they're downstairs, but I've got the pinhole glasses as well. And
But I,
oh, here they are. Yeah. These ones here, I don't mind them, but what I find the most helpful when it comes to the relaxation of the eyes is
yeah,
palming.
yes, I do that.
Yeah.
I do that. I'll actually even because it's fascia, so I'll
Yeah.
actually rub that my eye and palm, but rub my eye with the palm of my hands and just soothe it and then rub around
Oh,
it.
yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah, I've never tried that. I've only ever just palmed,
palm,
but
oh
making
no,
sure that my eyes are open,
oh well,
because
that's yeah,
it's the open eyes that
yeah,
allow, because if your eyes are closed, your eyes are already like they're not relaxing as much as when they're open. But when they're open and things are all sealed up, and I actually get a little bit of suction on the eye socket in the palm,
Yeah.
and I open the eyes,
Oh,
and then I just kind of like I pretend like I'm looking around, and the eyes are able to relax even that much more.
that's right. They are. You're right. And I can feel it just, oh, the relax to the nervous system, the
Mm-hmm.
resetting. Oh, I think I'm going to get those pinhole. I don't even know where to get those anymore. Do you just probably go online? Probably get
You
them that
know,
way.
I got these ones off Amazon.
Always Amazon. I'm just not
Yeah.
Amazon.
I know that if you spend good money on them, they'll actually, because what I find with these ones is that there is a narrow field of view where they work because they're
Yeah.
all pretty much in the same angle. But where you spend more money and they'll actually shift the angle of the
Oh,
pinholes so that you can move your eyes around and see in all directions.
I really needed to do that because I've been doing this karma
Yeah.
delete now for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, this is good to give the eyes a break. I like using these like if I'm sitting by the window or if I'm out in the backyard or something like that. But for reading, they're not very helpful. And in front of the computer, they're
They aren't good. Okay. So I
yeah.
can see with this though. But this you're supposed to do with the sun. Look directly at the sun.
Oh,
Supposedly,
okay.
I
Yeah.
don't. But what was the guy's name? The B. He started with the B. He has this whole system, that's many years old. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about that. What else am I doing today? Oh, I'm getting ready for the. You're going to have your. Uh, oh, I just looked at gold this morning too, and gold's up, or maybe it was yesterday. Gold
Yeah,
and
we've been
silver,
seeing a little bit of life there. Yeah.
$200. Gold 42, and silver went to 62, I think. So it jumped $4. Yeah. I get an email from Money Market or
Oh,
Money
yeah.
Market Money Metals. Yeah. So anyway, I thought of you, and I thought you would really enjoy that, and especially the first. I want to go take a bath and just listen to her voice for the first three karmic deletes. I,
Yeah.
I really do. I think I want to take a couple days off. I'm going to talk to Ron about that, where we would both just do that. I think now's the time before. I think this next couple of months are going to be, well, I actually think till the rest of the year. I think I'm hoping that it will be mitigated by what we're doing, as far as bringing consciousness to all of this. But I really do feel like um, we're going to see something go on. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I'm on the spot.
You have some thoughts, don't you? I can hear them almost. They're little
No, I
whispers.
don't know. I can't. I never really thought about it much.
I look at my own growth in the last, I think, 3 months, and a lot of things, whatever they've come to a coalition, cohesion enough to take form in me,
Mm.
and with Ron especially, and Ron's opening up in ways that he never, and it's opening up is letting go of old things, old stance, and say, oh, I'm open to try that. So that's that's what I see happening. I don't know how that's going to manifest in the outer world, but this whole shift to the um, this new form that you guys are building, you guys are really doing the manifesting work. You're
I
ready.
think for me, what I'm holding on to is a commitment to stop defining myself.
Oh, I know who I want to show you. Celestrina, C A. Hold on. I would like you to listen to her because she's one of the new, the young ones like the young ones that are going to change our world. Hold
Okay.
on. You're going to be a master, and you are, and you're
Which
building with the right ingredients, with humility and perspective. Hold on,
I
let me get.
missed the title that you had said. Sorry, what was it?
I said you're going to be a master.
Oh, master.
You, yes, you are going to lead. You are leading the way. Now you're like cutting the big, all the vines and everything that are in the way of people having a good path to their own destiny with the new world. Let me see. Let me get her. Did I put her in? Let me see what I've done here. There she is. Discover your true calling. Okay. Insight without alignment keeps you stuck. I know because I've lived it for years. She's been in an intentional community. How can I do this? Can I send this to you? This. Oh, it's just CELASTRINA and then
CEL. Sorry. Yep.
CELASTRINACELEA.com. She's the Swede. And I'm guessing she has young children, 5 and 3 or something like that.
Here we go.
And she's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful.
When you know that you have a voice, a mission, and a truth to share with the world, but you don't know how to express it, you need 3 things: clarity on who you really are and what you're here for, the courage to break free from conditionings and self-sabotage.
And just the way she has done this, and she's emerged. I looked at a YouTube from her from 2 years ago, and it was kind of this, hippie broad, kind of thing. And now she's polished and herself.
Oh, this looks amazing. I've actually thought of doing something similar where it's like a 30-day rush. Like, here's all your homework. You're going to get us all done in 30 days, and it's free. And
Yeah.
that 30 days gives people the foundation for decentralized governance over their equity, how to start promoting themselves and presenting their offer to contract. And then, of course, the whole idea is that once you've got that, you're probably going to need some more help. Next
Well, you're going to
generations or
want
private
more.
contracting.
You're going to want more, and you're going to need a community, because what she does is she follows it with support.
Right.
And so the 30-day challenge is you pay for a year. You pay, even though you're paying for a 30-day challenge, you're paying for a year's worth of access.
Right.
So then it says, oh, $30 a month. That's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
But she went to a professional, how to professionally groom herself. So she didn't lose her own authenticity, but she was very acceptable to.
Yep.
Because before she was really, in clothes that didn't fit and sitting on the ground, and her, I mean, it was just, it's just like, okay. I mean, I would still listen to her, but to the general public, and people
Yep.
are really responding. They're really responding. She gets like I think she got 1 million views or something. When she got 1 million views, she knew, and she talks about manifesting. But give her a look, and it's short enough, Paul. See, it's short enough, 7 minutes, and then she does it in a series. So then people
Yeah.
watch. Like she has 13, and plus It's like I sent this to my sister and I said, "This is how I feel." She says exactly what I'm talking about, what I feel.
Yeah.
I just don't have the words. So and I saw that in the comments as I kept researching. I saw that again and again. You're saying it clearly and succinctly, and that's what she's done. And you know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You're very clear on how, and you're paced, and you've got a good voice, and so very easily. But that's she's making a mark in the world, and you also are making a mark. And whatever you're doing now is getting you ready for all of that. The substantizing.
This looks great. I look forward to some of these videos.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go and have breakfast. I haven't had breakfast and be with my husband, and I've been with the lead. So thank you for your company and for letting me
most welcome.
rant and talk uncensored. Yeah. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good rest of the day.
You too. Bye-bye. Okay. Now, I always have problems.